Welcome to another episode on our channel. Today it's going to be a how-to video. I am sure this has happened to you at least once in your 1/6 scale collecting career. Or you buy something, and for me it's only when I buy something used, but you buy something used, you get it, and all of a sudden something that has leather-like material on an article of clothing starts to flake off. The figure I found in the antique shop the other day that cost me $6 was this Indiana Jones figure. I've talked about it so many times now. It had the wrong head on, the older Han Solo head. It had the wrong belt on. It didn't actually have this belt or lasso or holster or gun. It had Han Solo's belt on it. So it had many things that were not right, but other than that, it looked good, So it was Harrison Ford, and it was supposed to be Indiana Jones. It said Sideshow on it, and it was $6. And even though it was a combination of Han Solo and Indiana Jones, I couldn't walk away from it. But I didn't notice it was starting to flake. Or it may have been, it wasn't starting to flake, but by the time I got home, I had moved it around so much, it just began to flake, just then and there. But only here in the arm, and it's not overly visible. So really, unless it's visible and it's just crumbling right and left, I kind of keep it the way it is. But sometimes you can't do that. So I'm going to put him away. But for me, for him, he doesn't need to be changed right now. But way back when, I got an Ichabod Crane figure of Johnny Depp. Oh, it's a great figure. Great set of accessories as well. Comes with this bag. And again, I only noticed this with used figures. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's like a temperature control issue. I don't know if it's exposure to the sun. I have no idea what it is. But sometimes it could be just the age of the figure. I don't know. But sometimes things will just flake. And then I have things that I've gotten brand new. I've kept it. I mean, it's been with me from the get-go, and it never flakes. So I don't know what's going on. But this thing where he stored all sorts of supplies, it looked perfect when it was in the box. When I took it out of the box, it started to flake right then and there, and badly. And I pulled pieces off thinking, okay, it's going to stop right here. Pull this one piece off, it's going to stop. No, it just kept going on and on and on and on. And my only solution was just to take it all off. Take it all off and hope it looks good underneath. And it did. I'm happy with the outcome that took place here. I actually had to not only take all the residue off that made it kind of look like black leather, but I had to re-glue it because it was coming apart in places. But it's in really good shape now. But if you've had this happen to you, you go crazy. Because you think, I'll just take that little piece that's coming off, I'll glue it back in, I'll be good to go. But no, once it starts peeling, it's going to keep peeling until there's nothing left. So you might as well just take everything off. And that's how I've usually kept things. But by accident, somebody who subscribed to me, I went to their channel, Big in Japan Miniatures, I believe it is. I'll put it in the description. And they did a restoration project on a Hellboy figure that had black leather looking like pants. And they did a good job. And I thought, well, I'll show you what they did. I'll give them credit, but I'll show you what they did. I'm not going to be using black pants. I'm going to be using a figure from Cowboys and Aliens, Daniel Craig, who portrayed Jake Lonergan. And Harrison Ford was in it, Olivia Wilde. But Jake, he looked great when I got him, took him out of the box, out of the plastic clamshell, and his chaps started to flake and deteriorate, and it wouldn't stop. So I just took all the stuff off. And that's actually the first step. If you're going to restore something, take all the residue off, all of it. So we're going to pause right now. And even though I had taken all the residue off, just to make sure you've done a thorough job, you want to use a toothbrush to go over everything. So we'll be right back and I'll show you the process that I used, mimicking what I saw from this other YouTube creator. And hopefully, if you find yourself in a similar situation, you can use the same techniques. So we will be right back. So I have a very soft bristled wooden toothbrush, and I've just gone over it as much as I possibly could. And I was able to get quite a bit off, as you can see here. I thought I had cleansed it very well way back when, but apparently there was still some on there, some of this residue, leather looking like residue. So now that I've done that, the next thing to do is to get the shoe polish on. Now, I ended up having my husband get a color. Hopefully that was closer to the hat, because I do like it to match as best as possible. This is not a perfect match, but the color of the chaps was actually almost like Johnny West. It was a very bright, light colored brown. And, you know, when you've got, let me take his head off. Well, I'll just leave it on. But when you've got this kind of brown going on, that, you know, isn't bad with a hat, and then you throw a different brown in there. I'm not into that sort of stuff, as you guys know. So this isn't too bad. So I'm going to see how this goes. I hope I don't regret this, but it seemed to work on video with that one person. So we're just going to kind of load this brush up and just go to it. So first of all, I noticed it's starting to adhere, but it's going to take several passes, from what I can tell, to really get saturated in here. And that's okay. I think when I watched him, he was doing a black pair of pants, and I think he probably ended up using half of this thing to do it justice. And that is okay. So I won't have you, watch the entire process. But one of the other things that I know he took time to do, which I did as well, is I cut off any stray strings that I could find on these pants. So we are going to pause. I'm going to keep at it until I get a nice even layer going, and then we will take it from there. So we'll be right back. So the other thing he did was he painted the pants, and then he used his shoe polish again. So I've got the paint, I've got the color I think I want. It's acrylic paint. So I'm gonna just paint it up. Mind you, when I put the shoe polish in, I also not just did each flat side, but I folded to get the inner part of the thigh, the outer part of the thigh, so I could get the shoe polish on that way as well. So now I'm just giving it a nice coat of paint. And hopefully this process will work. I'm hoping. All right. So I think what we'll do now is we'll let it dry, and then we'll put another coat, which he did, of shoe polish on, and then buff it. So we will be right back. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but there is a marked sheen on this compared to just the material here, the cotton material here on the inside of the chaps. Adding another coat of shoe polish and then buffing it, I think is really going to allow that sheen to come out. So let's do it. So, in fact, I'll just do a little bit. We'll pause and show you the end result. Yeah, this is going on nicely. So this is really going well. The sheen is very noticeable from my end. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited about the buffing process and how it will look after that takes place. So I'll finish up this side, the inner thigh, the outer thighs, and then the back. We'll be right back. So here are the chaps after the second coating of shoe polish is on. It's got a very nice shine to it. It's not overly glossy. I really hate glossy. There's the back of the chaps. It really looks fantastic. I can't wait to see what happens after we buff this thing. So hang in there. Let's see what happens. Wow. And I won't do everything in front of you, but I don't know if you can tell. Oh my gosh, this is looking so good. So we'll pause. Let me finish buffing and then show you the last step. We'll be right back. Now, I know you can't see it as fully as I can see it, but this is night and day from where we started. The last thing the person did was they just took a clean paintbrush and just lightly just went over it again, just to kind of just give it a more fine kind of buffing to it. It looks tremendous from my perspective. Now, when the YouTuber did it on the Hellboy's pants, it was a pair of black pants. So everything was very visible. This might be harder to see, but it is looking fantastic from my perspective. Just going to do the front one more time. And Then we will get this set of chaps back on our guy and see how he looks. So, and again, this is the stuff that generally comes off, just flakes off. And once that process starts, it just keeps deteriorating and more falls off, more falls off. I didn't know of a way to repair it. So my repair has always been just to take everything off and live with what was underneath. But if you do want to restore some of that shine, some of that look, this is apparently another option you can use. We are back and it came out wonderfully. At first I was intimidated about trying to do this for the first time on an actual clothing article instead of a test piece material, but it turned out really nicely. And the nice thing about this too is the material is very flimsy. So this has added substance to the material and I think will help it hold up over the long haul. Now, do I want to try in time to work with the paint a little bit more and get it closer to the vest or the hat? I don't know yet. My husband thinks it's a waste of time, but it has to look good to me. So my temptation would be try to match the hat with the chaps. That would be my temptation. I hope you've liked what you've seen. And before I say my final goodbyes, I will list the YouTube creator or whoever I watched. I think it's called Big in Japan Miniatures. I will list his channel below so you can see what he did with the Hellboy's black pair of pants. It's just amazing. Shows up a lot nicer than the brown. But he's who I learned this trick from, so he deserves appropriate credit. So I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.